Good morning. Today is Thursday, November 6th. It's 7:37 a.m. Central Time. So just going to kind of run through things pretty quickly since we did the afternoon review yesterday. So quick check on all the sentiment across AI. So it's pretty aligned where, we have bullish sentiment for NQ, bullish for ES, and then bearish for gold. I think there's like definitely some resistance in gold, but it looks like risk on for NQ and ES. And so that is shared across the board. Government still closed. I think we're like 737 days in. And so that is what it is. I guess we have some Fed speakers saying unemployment rate is basically changed or unchanged. Stability in the market. So I guess that's all good things. Tomorrow we have this Michigan prelim, so that'll be something to watch out for. Um, I don't see much. Yeah, I don't think there's much for earnings today that I care about, but let's double check. Yeah, I mean, I guess Airbnb could be something to watch, and also Monster Beverage. Um, and then for Friday, not much, at least in the top. Oh, we got Datadog tomorrow, so that could be something. And I think that's it. Affirm, I guess Affirm could be something to watch too. For today, that's happening after hours. Yes, but nothing really stands out for me. So I guess walking into actually before jumping into that, so kind of quick look on, let's say, the net premium the last few days across gold, SPY, and the Qs. So it feels like gold's been kind of back and forth. You can kind of see here. Let me see if I can make that bigger. Yeah, so you can kind of see here where just remove the price. Right, it's been kind of flat. The net premium for calls and puts, and it kind of falls off a little bit. It spiked up a lot here, and we were expecting it to go down, and didn't. And gold didn't really. It kind of went sideways, and so they kind of gave up. So we're kind of neutral, I think, on gold. So that's pretty interesting. For SPY, bearish to a little bit of fighting to a little bit bearish, and then now we're kind of back in neutral, more or less, but volume still is bullish, so that's kind of interesting. And then for the Qs, tried to go bearish. We're really bearish. Um, yes, 2 days ago. What was that? Mm, Tuesday, and then now more bullish. So, and then I guess if you look at what price was doing, right? So it dropped, and now we're kind of picking back up. Um, I think we were just expecting to go continue lower, but it just didn't happen. And so people are kind of back into the long. So it's kind of interesting. Yeah, and we look at just like the levels that we got here. Definitely into some dark pool levels. We're kind of in this negative gamma situation. So here things can maybe move a little bit quicker if we flush or spike. And so we'll kind of be watching that. Um, I guess looking at for the spy, kind of in a similar tone, got some dark pulls here. And also, yeah, going into this like negative gamma type, if we can get down here. So it's like kind of neutral on the gamma front. So if we get here, maybe we flush a bit more. But maybe this dark pull will hold at 679, 678, 677. So we'll see. Um, so we'll kind of be watching these two levels and see what things look like. And then for gold, yeah, it's interesting. Gold had two really big dark pull levels. So from down here, and it pushed back up. Another one. There's not too much gamma situation, so really it's just what price is going to do. I think there's still this gap to close, so we'll see if that works, or if we just kind of hang out and can't get above this 367. So we'll be watching that for sure. And then, so yeah, on the indexes, it looks like, we're kind of pushing up, pushing up, pushing up, pushing up. VIX cooling off again. Dollar, still holding up there. Treasury still turning up, but just kind of hanging out where it's has been since October. And in gold, looks like he wants to turn around pre-market, so we'll see. See if we can reclaim this EMA and then see if we can get up there, which would be good. And then I think on the mega tech, things looking pre-market. They all kind of, well, Google's kind of gapping up a little bit. Nvidia's kind of trying to hold up. Tesla's hanging out where it is. So we're kind of where we were yesterday. So nothing surprising there. And then on the Super Spy, all the pre-market is more or less where we were closing. So no gap ups or gap downs, it looks like. Well, Costco's slightly gapping down. So that's something to keep an eye on. But yeah, everything else is pretty muted. So yeah, I mean, that's what things look like. As far as trading, I think for me, just regular trading hours, if we look at, so looking at the ES, so we're pushing up. I mean, obvious level to watch for me is going to be this high, the 6857, right? 6857. So watching to see how we act around there. And I think we're pushing up to here. So it's really there and previous day close. I think we'll be right in the middle of it. I think we'll just kind of see how price shakes out. It's kind of retesting this breakdown level. It kind of got up there, fell over in this little zone situation right here. And so we'll see if we retest it and kind of keep going. I think we have to be open to pushing back up. I mean, we had that flush, big flush, close green, and now we're pushing back up above the close. So we'll just have to see how all this holds up. And so that's going to be the pre-market low and then the high of yesterday. So we'll just see. It's probably going to be similar in the Q. Yeah, it'll be similar in the Q, I'm sure. Yeah, similar action in the Q. But if I go back to the ES, actually, yep, it looks the same. So basically watching yesterday's high and today's pre-market low. So we'll be watching those. Gold is interesting. So we're kind of breaking up here. So maybe, because we've broken the resistance, the highs of Tuesday and Wednesday. So let's see if we can, break this high, or at least go for it. So it'll be have a little gap up here. I think I would like, we'll see how it goes. Maybe we keep pushing. So I'll be looking for the long here on gold. I think there might be, trying to see if there's like any area here. Dun, dun, dun. Yeah, and so we got all this nice kind of buying imbalance right here. So, I mean, all this might hold if we want to retest these levels, this like 4011 or 411s or 4011. So I'll just see if we can kind of stay above these. Maybe we open, pull back into it, and kind of go up. So that'll be interesting. And then we'll watch this kind of imbalance level here. But yeah, I think maybe we want to test. What is this? Monday's high. So let's see. And yeah, so I mean that's it for me. I'll just be watching. I think either side on NQ and ES this morning, and I think maybe gold might actually go up a little bit. So we'll just see how we go. All right, well that's all I got. Good luck and don't get caught.